To the radio listeners of WOKB and to you, Lady D, how are you doing today? Welcome, listeners, to this time of The Know Now. This is a presentation where we reflect on the happenings of this weekend. As you know, it's the Martin Luther King Jr. birthday on Monday, and we have various things happening in and around our community and our city. And I just want to take some time out today to focus on some of those events where we highlight persons who have and continue to make their mark in the Caribbean community, African American community, and who have served and continue to serve. As you know, the virtual life continues to be embraced by all of us. And as we mark the celebration and the life of Dr. Martin Luther King, who was an influential civil rights leader and who widely regarded work in leading marches and parades throughout the segregated South and in the 60s and the 50s, and who worked to end racial segregation. We just want to this weekend honor him. We want to, as Caribbean National, recognize some of our own Caribbean nationals who continue to uphold their strength, their resilience, and brilliance in their own lives and in those communities in which they give of their time and their services. And as you know, many immigrants in this country are now in leading roles and around the world, as well as events that are held locally. We just want to look at some of those in this time in history. First, I think of the Zora Neale Hurston Festival. As you know, this is an annual festival. It's the 130th birthday of Zora Neale, and normally there's a festival that's held in Eatonville. But as you know, it's the virtual life that we're living, so everything is now done virtually. So Zora Lee was a native of Harlem, and she was also a writer. She was also a folklorist as well as an anthropologist. And the festival is a festival of the arts and humanities, and it's normally taking place this time in Eatonville. And our very own, yes, you, Lady D, you have been for the past 3 years highlighted person on this event, bringing on stage the person who is the headliner for this event. Well, this year it was actually held on January 7th virtually. It was a great event. I hope those of us who had an opportunity to have watched it, you would have enjoyed it. So we pay respects to that Zora Lee's festival. As well as I want to honor today the one and only Basil Watson. He's a Jamaican born as well as a world-renowned sculptor, and he created a larger-than-life replica of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He was actually selected by the city of Atlanta from over 100 applicants to create a monument which has been completed in honor of the American civil rights icon Martin Luther King. It must also be noted that Mr. Watson also created sculptures of Usain Bolt, the world leading man, and Shelley Fraser Price, and was given a nod based on those sculptures he created at first to design the tribute to Martin Luther King. Around this country, we can see several Confederate monuments, and so erecting a monument of someone who served and fought for the blacks in this country should be recognized. I also want to think of someone like Abby Phillips. Abby Phillips gets her own show on CNN. During the civil unrest and the recent presidential elections and the political unrest recently in the US, we have seen the face of a Caribbean national who has made her indelible mark on CNN. Now, as CNN heads into the Biden administration, Phillips is getting her a few promotions. She's having her own show starting this Sunday, January 17th from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. At only 32 years old, she's now the senior political correspondent on CNN's Inside Politics with Abby Phillips. So on behalf of the Caribbean community, and in particular the islands of Trinidad and Tobago, to you, Abby, we say congratulations. We wish you all the best. I hope someone like Abby has and continues to inspire our young black and brown children, and for them to understand that regardless of the struggles, we are resilient, you are strong, and you can achieve your goals regardless. And finally, this weekend and in next week, also in particular next Wednesday, we will witness the first Asian American and first African American female vice president being sworn into office. As peoples of the Caribbean, we are proud to see this time in history. We're also brought our kids. I want for our kids, our black and brown kids, I would just want for you to make sure that you take time out to watch this historic time, and just for you to know that you can live out your dreams in becoming leaders in high places, regardless of your race as well, regardless of your color, regardless of your creed. Lastly, I know I said last before, but I just want to remind us of the event tomorrow evening, the Global Caribbean Inauguration Celebration. If you log on to One Caribbean Television, you'll be able to watch this great celebration as the islands come together to celebrate our own African American, Caribbean American VP-elect Kamala Harris. For now, in the know-how, this is Joan Myers reporting. Thank you so much for listening and have a great weekend. Remember, be safe.